Good morning, 8:30 on our Wednesday, and we have Charlie in studio to answer any legal questions that you have that you want answered. Give us a call right now, 316-436-1212. Hop on the line. Charlie, thank you for coming in today.
Great to be here.
We appreciate it. It sounds like, just to check, did we lose our call? Yes, I think we did. Unfortunately, no calls yet, so again, call us right now, 316-436-1212. But Charlie, a caller at one point had asked, apparently his son had been accused of raping a woman, and this woman is spreading rumors, telling other people about it. Legally, how does a lawyer maybe approach that kind of case? Is there a defamation of character suit? Is that kind of a touchy subject, obviously, because you don't want to say falsely accused or accused correctly? How does that work?
Well, I mean, as we all know in life, you can't do a whole bunch of things about people spreading rumors about you. And the more famous you get, obviously, they spread rumors about the president and movie stars and everything. We have all kinds of rumors, and they really can't do anything about it. They're kind of under a different standard because they're public figures. When you start spreading rumors about somebody that's not a public figure, then it becomes a little more serious.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what the circumstances of this case, and obviously the circumstances have a lot to do with it. If it was a misunderstanding and they did have a relationship and she thought she said no and he thought she said yes, that's a different situation. She's basically saying her interpretation, so there's no problem. If she's just falsely saying this with the intent to damage another person, well, then we get into the defamation of character.
Okay.
The problem with those things are they're quite hard to prove.
I was just going to say,
you get into all the intent, what people really meant, whether there's any evidence to support it, what she was basing that on. So usually those lawsuits are not very successful. Attorneys kind of stay away from them. However, at times, when people are just totally malicious and trying to maybe ruin a business or ruin somebody's life or ruin somebody's reputation for no reason, and it begins to work, then you get into a defamation situation.
Okay. Well, it does sound like we do have a caller on the line.
Right.
Caller, go ahead. What's your question? Caller, can you hear us?
Yes, I have a question. Where my husband works, there's always been... Yeah, I'm here. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, where my husband's worked at, there's always been two people that worked at his job site. Back in April, the other guy had quit, and now my husband is doing his job plus the other guy's job. His boss, we're not hiring nobody, we're not giving him no extra money. He's doing a two-person job for a one-man's pay. But the question is, he wants to know that if he quits, can he get unemployment in this situation?
Well, I kind of doubt that. Usually when you quit a job that you have an opportunity to work at, you're not entitled to unemployment. Now, it gets a little of a fuzzy gray area where they're overworking you to the point that it causes other problems. I don't know whether it is. Unfortunately, in today's society, a lot of people are doing a lot more work. That's enabled sometimes by computers and other electronic devices and things that we can do so one person could produce much more than they used to. Sometimes the business is kind of in a monetary crunch, and they just have to have everybody work harder. But obviously, if your husband's working overtime, if he's working over 40 hours a week, and he's being paid a salary, he's entitled to a double time and a half, and then it's sooner or later double time. So if he's not getting that, he could turn the boss in. Now, that may cause other problems too. So jobs are a little hard to find, but so you have to use a little judgment about what's going on.
Okay. Thank you, Charlie. We do have one quick call on the line. We're almost out of time, so viewer, go ahead.
Yes, hi. I have a question. My question is, I signed a contract with the roofing company for $8,187. They sent me an invoice for $12,290, but on the invoice, on the contract, it states any additional charges would be in writing. Do I have to pay that $12,290 and not the contract that was agreed on?
Well, that again, I know we don't have much time, but again, any contract, specifically what you sign, what the contract you signed says, that controls. If they didn't do what they were supposed to do, you may not have to pay that. However, if they did the work, there's still an argument that they have, and you approve the work orally, there's still an argument you would have to pay it. You probably ought to take that to an attorney.
Thank you very much, Charlie. Appreciate it. We're a little short on time, but you'll, of course, be back next week.
Thank you.
Okay, we're taking a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Expect more on KSCW. This is Eyewitness News This Morning in high definition. Online at kwch.com. Follow KWCH on Facebook and Twitter.